matter. Welcome once again to episode 15 of Grit the Bed. And no, I wasn't saying absolutely terrible things, but none of you are going to believe me, so why?
There's no way to prove it.
True. No, that's right. There isn't. I haven't recorded anything.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, moving on. Thanks everyone for joining us in the Twitch chat, and hello to everybody watching us live on, well, not live, but video on demand on YouTube. And we have just lost Annie. But we're going to carry on anyway. Annie is still connected, but there we go. She's back again.
Nothing happened. I didn't touch anything.
Oh, okay. You just decided to display your picture and then swap you right back again. But you're back again, so that's all
I
good.
blame Josh. I blame Josh.
Always blame me. It's fine. It's always me.
Right. Well, okay. Why don't we do our normal? I say we. I have to roll it. So. Come on, Tim. 1d5.
Tim, sort it out. Can you just be prepared when you join them at the stream at some point?
I do apologise. Yeah.
Not good.
It's not good. It's very unprofessional. It's not like I have to do anything. Just turn up and just wax lyrical for a little while. Ellie. Ellie, you are going to introduce not yourself or yourself
Do it
again.
yourself. Now
Or
you have
yourself
to.
again. This is
Now you
getting
have
weird.
to.
4. There we go. So Ellie, can you tell me the name of the character that Josh plays, what his character does, and I haven't got a question prepared today. So tell me an interesting fact about about Josh's character. Throw it right back at you now.
So Josh plays Patron, who is a Firbolg druid. Interesting fact. I feel like most of Parter's life is hidden. Like, I feel like we think we know him, but we probably don't know him at all. An interesting fact is that he is deathly afraid of toes.
Oh, no.
So a very extremely well-timed spoopy milk penguin there paid 200 bits, which I thought nobody would. So I just heard Josh vomit in my ears as you were describing Josh's character.
Tried to price that out.
We tried to price it out and it didn't work. Thank you, Spoopy, for dropping 200 bits and making me hear Josh vomit in my ears.
You are the best. And you are welcome, Tim.
Yeah, thanks. So, Josh, what is the name of the character that Alice plays? What is Alice's character? What does she do? And one interesting fact about Alice's character.
Okay, she plays Aya Samar, our Asamar paladin, fallen angel, old god, ? She's got countdown clock that we always forget. And she's a tank. And random fact, I'm going to make it pancake themed. In line with her character style, she likes Angel Delight butterscotch. So Angel Delight wrapped up in a thin pancake.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
I am not my character, but that makes sense.
Aya likes it.
Aya likes it. What can we say? She's disgusting.
Alice, so can you tell me the name of Annie's character, what Annie's character does, and one interesting fact about Annie's character? And I like what Josh did with just making an interesting fact up and it's now canon. So can you just make up a fact about Mike's character that is now canon?
Oh, okay. Okay, well, Annie plays Mike, the changeling sorcerer, on a break from her job. She likes corpse angels. She is got a dark secret history about her face being like that we cannot be told. But made up fact about her is that she once before starting her, the reason that she started her job as a bartender, it's a little known fact about Mike, is that she's secretly always had the ambition of owning a chain of bars, and the job as a bartender was actually to gain insider knowledge into the bar.
Some market research.
It's actually true.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true.
Is it market research or is it Mike?
I mean, it's paid off now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who would have thought that it would have actually, turned out that way? But it's true.
Get research like it.
Yeah. So Annie, can you tell me the name of Khalil's character, what Khalil's character does, and one interesting and made-up fact about Khalil's character that then becomes canon?
Yes. Leo plays Chad, the lizard, who has an axe for an arm.
And an arm for an axe?
An arm for an axe. Chad, we love Chad. Some of us hate to love Chad or love to hate Chad. Some of us have more of a, developing relationship with him. That isn't me. I'd probably say Parter. But when he makes mistakes, it's not his fault. I'd say there's a greater power that's pushing him along. We all know that he does love daffodils. That's not made up. We know that he likes the Chad Man song. That's not made up either. I'd say, like Parter loves lemon tart, I'd say that Chad is partial to a tiramisu or two.
Oh,
ooh. Chad likes tiramisu. Let's see.
With a glass of red wine, and that's how he likes to sail into the evening.
There we go.
Extra.
That is a fun fact.
Wunderbar. Work that into the story. So Khalil, can you tell me the name of Ellie's character, what Ellie's character does, and one interesting made-up fact that then becomes canon about her character?
Okay. So Ellie is Pip, our Grung Ranger. She's the sleepy frog, or the frog that makes things sleepy. And the fun fact about her is that she used to play the xylophone in a prog rock cover band back in
frog rock?
Frog rock cover band.
nice.
Back in Blackmire.
Oh, nice.
Nice soundbite as well.
Yeah. And then finally, Ellie, you didn't get to make up a fact, so we'll come back round to you. Can you make up one interesting fact about Parter's character that then becomes canon?
So much power.
I feel like that's too much power for me to have. Parter, his secret ambition in life, the reason why he really loves lemon cake is
Tart.
that because lemon tart.
She
Apologies.
doesn't even know Parter.
Sorry, could someone tell me who Parter is first?
Boom.
Lemon Parter.
The reason Parter loves lemon tart is because he's actually an aspiring pastry chef, and he's actually been the reason why he's even traveling the world at all is to hopefully one day meet a Michelin star pastry chef that he can become a student on.
He can kill and take the place off.
Yeah, I was going to say, and my taste for death and murder stems from being turned down by Paul Hollywood and Mary Berry for
We're real
Bake Off.
as well.
Parter was on the Keld Great Keldish Bake Off.
Great Blackmire Bake Off.
Yeah,
Parter, can
with
you
Hairy Berry and Paul
Smellywood.
Smellywood. Yeah,
Paul Lurkingwood, because that's where you're from.
Paul Lurkingwood. That's it.
Parter, can you make Chad a tiramisu?
I'll have a little go. I don't know where I'm going to get some coffee from, but that's fine. I can work it out. If not, I'll put a bit of gunpowder or something in there.
Well, you can do Heroes Feast, so presumably you can make what you want with Heroes Feast, so you could just magic up some coffee. as
Just a
part of that
massive
spread.
feast, an 8-hour feast of just tiramisu. Yeah, I'll do that.
My favorite.
Can we also have pancakes with angel delight? Apparently.
Of course you can.
Yeah. So your lemon tart,
Of course.
tiramisu, pancakes with Angel Delight.
Angel Delight. Do you reckon anybody's actually done Angel Delight on pancakes?
I'm
I
sure
don't
they
know.
have. But before we go down this rabbit hole, last week we find our heroes protected, then whisked away through a magical tree teleportation network. On the other end, they find they are deposited into a defended glade, where people, made up with some survivors of the Lurkingwood, they discover that the remainders of the local settlements have created a shantytown in the eaves of a nearby forest area, covered by constant guards and suffering from a lack of medical care and supplies. Are they able to integrate themselves with the survivors and find out what happened to Muic? Well, we'll have to find out on this week's 15th episode of Crit the Bed. I feel like that should be the theme tune now. but
Yeah. At the same time.
I will play again. No. So, we will start off. The five of you are crowded around Gnapnar's bed, and you're gently sort of rocking him awake, and he's just going, oh, oh, no, no, as you trying to rouse him from his unconscious slumber.
Didn't
You said five of us.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
the
you-
four of you, not Mike.
Yeah, so-
Sans Mike.
Was she just invisible the whole time?
Yes. Just
Sounds
left,
like
her, left her dagger behind.
Shit.
Okay.
Pip, do you have a reverse sleeping skin contact? Is that a thing that exists?
I feel like it would
So wake
be a
him up?
thing that should exist.
Kinda.
But no, I don't have that.
Can we try to speak to him to see if he's even lucid?
Sure. When you say we, who's going to speak?
I think Chad, because he's just said that.
Gnapnar, did you get my message?
Roll a persuasion check. DC 14.
Don't mind if I don't.
Nope.
Shit. So he's still just making what noise again?
More. Ooh. More. Ooh.
Well, he's not in a good shape.
Yeah, he's just sweating and like rolling around in the bed.
I kind of feel like
It's
Pip
feverish.
needs to apologise. I think Pip should be the one that's... Because she's...
So
You're the one that deleted all the messages. Don't pull that face.
No, I wasn't.
You deleted the
No, I
messages. We
wasn't.
could have found
You're
out that he was in
misremembering.
trouble.
What?
No, I don't think that's what happened.
Hmm.
Why is he Gnapnar out of character? Why is Gnapnar in the state? What
It's
happened
really
at the end?
been in a cage for too long and malnourished and
Oh, okay.
So it's less that he's been.
Okay.
Well, you've kind of cured him of his physical ailments, but that he's been heavily malnourished and sort of abused for the last however long he's been captured for. So it's going to take a long time. Well, not a long time, but it's going to take a matter of some time for him to get back his strength back at this point.
We have to nurse him back to health.
which will be our pleasure. But Annie, we also realised last week that we had given our some of our money, if not all of our money, that we got from the mayor to the pooch pals to entrust them with getting the guard to help stop the gnolls. Or we did. I don't know if they knew about the gnolls at that point. We accidentally told the mayor that we knew about the gnolls and didn't tell them about the gnolls. But Gnapnar might know where the pooch pals went with the money and why they never decided that shout.
So we've already healed him once a little bit. Should we just try to keep healing him, or should we sit on him like an egg and incubate him?
So it's.
Everything.
I mean, you could try both. Although it would give you like he doesn't look physically hurt anymore. Like you've healed up his like his bruises and the welts and stuff that he's had on him, but he's still like emaciated and dehydrated and exhausted. So it's going to be like X amount of time for some bed rest. You don't know how long it'll take him to become lucid again. But yeah, it's going to be more like bed rest at this point.
Okay.
Someone should
So we
cuddle
just
him.
need...
Cuddle him.
Okay,
I
yeah,
feel
some-
I
yeah.
kind of feel from what Tim's saying there that like we've just got to leave him for a bit. What was the mayor saying last week? I can't remember. Like obviously she was shouting at us about the money that we stole.
Yeah, because we said we lost it and threw it into black hole, and then afterwards we remembered we didn't lose it. We gave it to
Yeah.
the pooch pals. We don't know what happened to that. And
That's
we
what-
also then you asked what about the guy that was in the inn and
Oh yeah.
gave away the.
Oh, she
fact
went away,
that-
didn't she? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
I'm with
she
you.
is.
Oh god.
We need to
So-
win back some trust here.
Well, or we just cut our losses. We bundle up Gnapnar and we get the hell out of Dodge.
Steal Gnapnar. Where would we take him?
He can sit in my backpack. It's fine. I can carry him.
On forever for the
He's
rest of
little.
our adventure.
I
Was-
feel like I don't know. I feel like we can win back Keld. Like we were pretty close last time. We killed a bunch of them. Clearly, they have a way to sneak attack, and a small army here. Maybe we plot a counterattack while Gnapnar rests, and we find Mike because Mike's still missing.
I agree that we can win it back, and I think we should. But I think we need to win these people over before they'll come with us to do anything.
I mean, or we could just cut Sebastian's limbs off and then heal them and leave him in place of Gnapnar because he'll look little.
I don't think they're that worried about Gnapnar. I think we are the only reason that Gnapnar is here. They didn't save him before. But that's a good idea.
Sebastian's sweating in the corner.
Let's keep that as a backup plan.
Every plan involves torturing Sebastian.
I'm a bit worried because everybody's really hungry. We're not that hungry because we had a big feast, and I don't get a good vibe about this place. We're not welcome here anymore.
Well, let's ask them what they need. What
they need us dead is what they'll probably say.
The last time we asked what they needed, we left with all their money and let them get attacked by gnolls. But let's ask them again what would help, because maybe we can help. Because now we're better people.
When we asked her last week, she said food. I don't know if we guessed that.
Why?
Other than give us feast.
Why don't we share the fact we're friends with big giants? We're gonna meet up with them. Come with us, and we'll give them giant food.
I can reduce something if we just find, like a pumpkin. I can enlarge the pumpkin.
Can we? How many people were in this town, Tim? How many people are left?
You haven't done a head count, but judging by the amount of houses and stuff, like less than 100 probably at this point.
Okay. Bear with me here. Enlarge, reduce. Can that affect other magic if I was to cast Hero's Feast?
Can you enlarge a Hero's Feast?
Yeah.
I think it's on an object rather than a area.
A creature or an object.
Yeah. So if you made a tiramisu, you could make a very large tiramisu, for example.
That's a start.
What if
people
we
might like that?
Like we hunt, I don't know, whatever roams the Lurkingwood giant turkey and make even more giant.
That or we reduce all of their stomachs so that way they're not hungry.
We could kill the Drake because we've killed all of his other brothers and sisters.
No,
We can't say-
Drake
I don't
isn't
know
edible
how we
meat.
Yeah.
Let's hunt a boar or something and then enlarge it and roast it on a big gigantic fire. Feed them, spit, and then win them over. Go kill gnolls, or maybe we could feed them gnolls. Is gnoll meat good, Tim?
I reckon.
Can we do a nature check on gnoll meat?
Sure, go for it.
With my nature, I might actually have done like a 12. Oh, my thing froze. I got an 11. I think I had maybe a +3 on nature, probably less. +1, 12. I got a 12.
From the spray of blood that you got in your mouth during the fight, it didn't taste great. But you think like maybe if you season it properly, could be edible.
I'm not just gonna feed them blood.
You can feed me blood.
That's true.
I will feed you blood, but you're not here. It should be. I don't know. I think we just need to feed them, and we can find something to feed them with, and just enlarge it.
Okay. While you think about that, and also speaking of blood and feeding Mike, we'll go to Mike. So the last thing you remember, you were running behind everybody out of Keld and through the tree portal. And as you went through all of the grey and brown mist with these motes of like floating seedlings and things through the air, like closed up behind you, everything went dark. And you were kind of stumbling around, like running forward. You could hear the echoes of feet in front of you, getting more and more distant. And you seem to be running, and then it gets all quiet, and all you can hear are the echoes of your feet, like bouncing back to you off stone walls. And everything gets cold. And after what seems like several minutes of like sprinting and then running and then walking and trying to feel your way out of it, you find yourself, you touch the cold wall of a cave. Like it's just like uneven stone against your hand, and your vision starts coming back, and you're in a very low lit cavern underground. You can't see the sky. It's roughly hewn, but has these crystals jutting out from it, like a naturally formed crystalline structure on the inside. And it's the stone is almost black, it's like an onyx, and the crystals that's sprouting out of it are blue, and they've got a very faint glow to it, giving the cave a very sort of eerie, cold feel to it. And you're there for a couple of seconds before you start hearing, Mike.
First of all, did I jump in the... This is for you, Ellie. Did I jump in the wrong place and shout, diagonally?
And he just went diagonally instead of...
Yeah. If I can hear some whispering going...
Yeah. Welcome, Mike. And this voice starts echoing like in stereo around you. Like there's no pinpoint, there's no like central place that the voice is coming from. It's just kind of bouncing around from everywhere. Like first of all you hear the whispering coming from your right, then when it answers you it's coming from over the left but further away.
Why do I feel like this is going to be like Running Man? I'm not sure what's the name.
You know that one, Ellie, right? Can you tell us the plot of that one? Running Man?
It's already got one movie.
Mr. Running Man?
A man goes on a really long run and gets lost.
Close.
Close. Nailed
In a
it.
cave full of crystals?
Great.
Yeah.
And then Hans Gruber throws him out of a tower at the end. It's awesome.
Yeah, whoever that is.
Think of Snape.
Alan Rickman.
Yeah. That's Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber.
Ah.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, links back to Harry Potter.
Sorry, Tim. I
Sorry.
completely knocked off track.
Yes. I have summoned you here.
Who are you?
I am your patron.
What's your name?
You know my name.
Yeah, you could be anyone. I'm just testing you.
What? I can't hear you.
You could be anyone.
Oh.
So can you prove to me that you are my patron, please, sir?
I have several names, but you know me as Scroll.
Scroll.
Hello, scroll.
The failed
Scroll,
man.
scroll.
The failed man. The betrayer. Yuan, the god of
The
darkness.
failed man.
Duplicity
Oh,
and
excellent.
leatherworking.
Okay, sex god, oh lord. It's you. I would recognise you anywhere. Thank you. You summoned me here. Where is here?
Somewhere where prying eyes cannot see or hear us.
Interesting. Why? What task are you going to give me today?
Bad question.
I have a few questions for you. Firstly, congrats on your new form.
Thanks.
I very much enjoy your current nature. It's in my
vampire.
wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think he was talking about?
I was like, am I in my ball gown today?
Oh, I see.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
No, he doesn't say that. Yes. How are you enjoying your current nature?
I'm loving it, but I've got to be honest with you. I am quite parched most of the time, and it's quite hard to find, someone willing to give me some food.
I see.
That's the only hiccup.
Why do you have to feel bad about that? Why do they have to be willing?
I don't feel bad about it. I'd rather be a bit more discreet.
How can I help you to be more discreet?
How can I make people more willing to die for me?
Good question.
That is a good question. A voice in my head says.
Echoed.
Tell me subvert someone else's will.
They're not strong enough for me to will the mind of someone without them knowing.
So you need something stronger, hey?
Yes, Faye.
Very well. I shall grant you a new spell. But would you rather feast upon the flesh of humanoids or those of monsters?
Can I reach thoughts up?
You try and you get nothing back.
Static.
Yeah, you just get a...
Who am I more likely to come across in our adventures? Humanoids, monsters.
Alternatively, I can allow you to affect the will of beasts, like horses or owl bears.
No, I feel worse about that.
Owl bears.
Knolls.
I didn't
Knolls.
into an owl bear.
Can I not? Can they be monsters?
Yeah, gnolls would be considered monsters.
Okay,
Yeah.
monsters, because then I won't feel that bad about it. Humanoids, I can do whatever later. It's fine.
Very
Monsters,
well.
please.
Then, once per day, I will grant you the spell Dominate Monster. It is an 8th level spell.
Could have done with that with Ver.
She's not a monster.
Wait.
Yes.
Lord, is there a catch here? What do I have to do?
There is nothing. There is no give without take.
What she said.
As long as one of your arms doesn't turn into an axe.
I don't want to lose a limb, but I know people that have limbs that are willing to give them.
So this spell allows you to beguile a creature. It's more potent than your dominate person spell. So you can dominate beasts, humanoids, and monsters using this. However, I need you to turn this against somebody that you already have encountered and silence them.
You were silent. You're still silent.
You're silent.
Who is it?
Oh, right.
It's trying to be all but bloody Mike.
That was suspenseful.
I will let you know when the time comes who I wish you to beguile and feast upon.
Better not
But
be
you have to
Sebastian.
decide. But you have to decide now. Do you take my boon?
Is it likely to be one of my friends?
Friends and foes are fleeting and interchangeable. I cannot tell you now who your friend may be in the future.
Okay,
Good.
I agree to this boon.
You feel a coldness, like a wrap around your feet and then shins and then works its way up your body. And you are now granted the 8th level spell once per day of Dominate Monster. So for it's a concentration spell, and it's lasts for 1 hour. And you attempt to beguile a creature that you can see within range. It must succeed a Wisdom saving throw or be charmed for you by the duration. If you or the creatures that are friendly to you fighting it has advantage on saving throw. Whilst the creature is charmed, you have a telepathic link with it as long as the two of you are on the same plane of existence. You can use this telepathic link to issue commands to the creature while you are conscious, no action required, which it does its best to obey. You can specify a simple and general course of action, such as attack that creature, run over there, or fetch that object. If the creature completes the order and doesn't receive further direction from you, it defends and preserves itself to the best of its ability. You can use your action to take total and precise control of the target. Until the end of your next turn, the creature takes only the actions you choose and doesn't do anything that you don't allow it to do. During this time, you can also cause the creature to use a reaction, but this requires you to use your own reaction as well. And each time it takes damage, it makes a new wisdom saving throw against the spell. If the saving throw succeeds, the spell ends.
Dang. Can I ask one more favour, Lord, if that's okay?
You may ask.
I felt like I've needed more to help, people respect me a little bit more, and I feel like with this new power I'd like to have a name change.
Very well.
Or addition, shall we say. I'd like to be known as Muic the Dominator.
I don't think you need to ask me this.
Thank you so much, Lord, for granting me this spell and this name.
Absolutely.
I thank you for this.
You are welcome, my champion, Muic the Dominator. You may return to the people that you have been partying with.
Thank you. I bow and
Okay. When you look up, everything's dark once again, and you find yourself like walking in the void of nothingness until you reach your hand out again, and instead of feeling a cold stone, you feel a temperate bark, and then you start gripping onto the bark, and you pull yourself out into a sunrise lit glade. You see off in the distance there is a settlement that is perched upon the eaves of a tree. There are people sort of milling about on makeshift walkways up above.
Sorry, I was trying to look for my spell if it was on my list. Can I see my friends?
You can't see them. You just see the settlement, but you can only assume that he's kind of teleported you back to close to where they are.
Awesome. Can I go wandering, looking for them, please?
Yeah. Eventually you find the new Keld, and you can ask someone, and they eventually escort you back to your friends. And that's where we rejoin everybody. Whilst you're deciding what you're going to do with Gnapnar, a guard pulls back the scrap curtain of your domicile, of your nest, and ushers Muic back in. Muic is looking paler than she normally does, like even for a vampire. She's even got this somewhat iridescent blue glow to her skin. She's giving off like a faint iridescent blue light now.
You look way too healthy.
And her eyes are piercing ice blue.
And dead at the same time.
Hey friends, what guanin?
Where have you been?
I knocked my head and woke up and literally grabbed the first person I could find next to me and said, "Where are my friends?" and described you, and they brought me here.
Oh, well, that was kind of them.
Yes, and I didn't have to kill them or feed on them or anything. That was good. What's
the growth?
No. What's happening? What's happening?
Yeah, he's just tossing and turning in the bed.
We're contemplating swapping him out for Chad. Not for Chad. Sorry. Slip of the tongue. Oops. For Sebastian, and cutting Sebastian's legs off so he looks a bit smaller and making a run for it.
When he says "we," he means the royal we.
Me and Suspiria.
Yeah.
Just want to thank Spoopy Milk Penguin for another very well-timed Gnapnar and the 25 bits that comes with it. Thank you very much, Spoopy.
Oh. I'd like to not thank Spoopy for talking about Parter in certain attire that I'm not going to mention. That will not be happening.
We'll leave that for the fanfiction.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, Gnapnar is he's a bit out of it, really. We've healed him, but we don't know what to do now, except for make a run.
I mean, we don't need to. That's the last of our options.
We need to enlarge food. That's our plan, right?
Or just a normal amount of normal-sized food for everyone.
What is the quicker option? Let's be honest.
We
I
could
could
do it
go-
in one trip. We could like forage for just normal food and then hunt one meaty thing that Chad enlarges into a no.
Let's go find that meaty thing.
It's a perfectly innocent plan.
Large Chad's meaty thing. Okay.
You two can go on your own for that.
This whole thing is just incorrect. And I blame the chat, to be honest.
Yeah.
But can I vote that we don't hunt down a boar because I like pigs too much.
Turkey?
Gobble
Sure.
gobble. We're yeah. Let's go find something.
Forest turkey. Maybe we could find what's his name? Now I've forgotten his name. The city next to us. Do they have food?
Lumberghost.
Lumberghost.
What you mean the one that we've already burnt down and walked
there
away?
They had
was a
food.
giant dragon there. I wonder if it's still in date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It was
spill
about
it.
40 days ago.
Ah, shit.
So
If it's been refrigerated, it might still be fresh.
It's very hot.
someone put it into a chest freezer, bit by bit.
Let's go hunt and gather.
Yeah.
Like our ancestors.
All right. Let's
Gotta
do
go
that.
hunt
Let's make one big stew and then enlarge it.
Is
make
anybody going to be on?
Wembley lasagna.
What's
Yeah.
that?
The Wembley lasagna.
Where are you going to find pasta from in the middle of a forest?
You're going to make the pasta.
Well, you have to find wheat, and then you can make that into flour, and then you
Let's
can.
just
Yeah.
let's just go find some
Good
mushrooms and make a mushroom soup and
Well, where are you going to
enlarge
find the soup from?
it. Water and
What if we just stumbled across a wedding party and their attire happened
And
to be pasta?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you two are the experts at that, so you know.
Okay, so you form a posse to roll out and go hunting for like mushrooms. So you're going to go like cave diving for mushrooms. Maybe in the swamps there's some for that as well. And just look out for like fauna and flora that you can find the potential. Well, probably not the fauna. You're not particularly into killing pigs and the like. So more.
You'll find yams and sweet potatoes in
Yeah.
the ground and stuff.
Okay, is everybody going on this foraging trip?
Should we leave anybody to be on Gnapnar duty, or should we tell anybody that we're doing this and try to like make sure that they don't disappear without us?
Yeah, I feel like
Should we
if
leave a
need
trail of
to
jelly
leave,
beans?
They probably will think that we've run away, so we should probably tell them that we're coming back.
Yeah.
Can you include them on WhatsApp?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh yeah,
The mayor
get the mayor in. Yeah.
I feel like she shouldn't be in our thoughts. That's one way for her.
It's dangerous.
Who? What?
I did get a rest so I can recast ThoughtSap.
Is that what you'd like to do?
Who do we want in it? Us five.
Yep. Sebastian.
Sebastian, of
Yep.
course. Gnapnar?
You've got
Yeah,
Gnapnar.
No, in case he wakes up.
Kenko.
Yeah, he can't
Shadow.
speak, but he might have some brainwaves.
If we need to drop somebody, let's drop Sebastian.
All right, well then let's tape him to my chest again, so that way he doesn't get lost.
How did you get him back from the Drake?
He flew back to us. I think that's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sebastian, you went and Kenko went and fetched the Drake that had Sebastian on board.
Dragons
Okay.
okay somehow.
Do we need
Kenko's
the
a legend,
animals? Do we need the animals on ThoughtSap if they're following us?
It's already the Kenko's already connected to me, so if it is me.
So we got 5 Sebastian, Gnapnar, not Nekin. Who else do we need?
Bando?
We need somebody that we can tell will be
Bando.
back.
Hot Rod.
We said not the pets because they're
Okay.
following us.
Sure.
Yeah, Hot Rod's already gone.
Yeah.
Is there somebody random?
There's always someone random.
I would have said the
Oh.
mayor, and we just try not to lie,
Danger Ross.
Dangerous.
Or
Where is he?
Somewhere
I don't
topless.
want V in my head.
He's somewhere topless, just looking sharp.
Well, that doesn't help us.
Well, no, because I think he likes us, doesn't he? So he can be the one that goes and keeps the mayor and everybody in place, so they
That's-
don't run off.
like us? But how did we find out he liked us?
Well, he just spoke to us, didn't he?
I mean, to be fair, that's the best you get out of people most of the time.
Maybe what we do is we leave Sebastian as an emissary to be sort of our ambassador that we leave to diplomatize for us.
And I'll just whisper in his ear that we will find him if he doesn't carry through. And
you again?
Go right back in that cage if you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Up for us.
Sebastian gives you a weak thumbs up.
When we say cage, we're meaning Gnapnar's cage.
Sure, yeah.
We will bring food back for you. That's what
we don't really need thoughts up then. We can save it and then just leave Sebastian as our emissary, and we'll just go pick fruit.
Yeah.
That was so disturbing. Thanks, Spoopy, for another 25 bits, and the really creepy, I'm going to come for you. Josh like whispering in my ears. That's super creepy. Thank you, Spoopy.
Yeah, Sebastian, should we deputize him?
No, let's not go that far.
All right, he's not there yet. It is his first tour. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe if he does a good job, though.
Yeah, this is his time to shine.
This is his interview.
Yeah.
It's your time to impress us.
Prove yourself.
Okay. He seems happy to stay behind and look after a semi-conscious individual in the treetops.
Spoopy Milkman called it an unpaid internship, which is the perfect description.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
I don't know what
he's getting paid exposure.
Getting experience, valuable experience.
Yeah.
How not to live your life.
So it's just going to be you five and your pets. So Kenko, Bando, and Hot Rod. Is that correct?
And Lady Suspiria.
And well, yeah. I mean, you can't not go without her, really.
Yeah.
That's,
We only talk about that enough, that you're possessed by ghosts. But sure.
and that you have ghost arm.
My left hand. Oh.
Okay, so you set off down onto the floor, onto the ground level, and you set off into the forest. You have to trek out for a good sort of 10-15 minutes before you get into anywhere that's got any kind of potential foraging ability, because obviously they've done a lot of like the local foraging, so it's stripped kind of a lot of the stuff that is really easily accessible here. So can you do a perception check, everybody?
Yarp.
First of all.
Fucking god damn it.
Wow.
So that's Khalil crit, I guess.
No, I got a 3.
Okay, you got
With
3.
my perception, I got a 4.
17.
17, 15, 17. All pretty good. How about a Pip?
I'm sorry, my internet is so slow.
That's all right. That's fine. So we've got 4 from Khalil, a 15 from Aya, 17 from Parter, and also 17 from Mike. And a 15, so 2 15s, 2 17s, and a 4. So Chad,
should have just stayed cuddling
Gnapnar.
You're just marching out, just like blazing the trail, like stepping on everything that you can find, looking at bark, picking up rocks, that kind of stuff.
But
the
I'm
rest
not
of you,
eating the rocks this time.
but not eating the rocks this time. Oh yes, of course. We haven't rolled the axe time, have we?
Why do I keep shooting myself in the fucking foot?
However, before that happens, the rest of you, the 4 of you, you're all being followed. So those with a 15, you notice that you're being trailed by a creature. Those of you with a 17 realise that the creature that you're being followed by is of halfling or other humanoid child size. But they seem to be very adept at blending into the terrain.
Do you think this is your children, Annie? Your pick up a pocket children? They were from here, weren't they?
Yeah. Oh, the guy with the braces.
Yeah.
Oh, not him.
Shuffle.
Can we? Do we know exactly where they are?
Yeah, they're like a good sort of 60 feet behind you, like following directly behind you.
Okay.
Can we get Kenko, send him to hover over where?
Oh yeah, trap. Grease it up.
Yeah, why don't you roll a stealth check for Kenko with disadvantage for me? because you're in a forest. So this giant eagle is trying to hover and fly in amongst all the tree trunks.
And he's on fire.
And he's on fire and just billowing smoke out. So.
What is stealth? And because it's not
dexterity. So whatever his dexterity modifier is.
Okay. It's +3.
And while that's happening, Khalil, can you roll a d3?
Yeah.
So you got 5, yeah. So as soon as Kenko sort of leaps off the ground and starts flying over, just kind of collides with a lot of saplings, flattening them, and starts squawking as it does it. And the creature goes to ground and like scrabbles into like the like root system of a large tree. So Khalil, you did a 2.
I got a D2. Yeah.
Can you roll for me a D6 this time?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got... It froze.
It froze.
2. There we go.
Another 2.
Yep.
Disappointed.
That
disappointing.
sounds good.
It's just like,
that sounds good for me.
Cute.
Okay, sending it to you now. There you go.
Thank you. Oh.
See, that's the same thing. I had.
No. Oh.
So, yeah, the creature notices Kenko and goes to ground, like disappears.
Can I whisper to the group, say, carry on, and I want to spider climb off the tree.
Okay.
And hide.
Roll a stealth check.
So we still walking on, to say, Annie?
That's what Mike said. Yeah.
22.
Nice. Very nice.
Carry on. And I will, yeah, spider climb off the tree and hide.
Okay. Yeah, so you carry on. As you do so, Mike, you've spider climbed up the side of a tree. The creature eventually like burrows itself out from all the leaves and the foliage, from under the root system, and starts tracking the rest of them as she was before. You see that it's a little girl, and she's got like really, really messy hair, so messy and unkempt and unwashed that it's kind of like formed its own natural dreadlocks. And she's got like leaves and twigs and stuff sticking all out of it. She also has like a grey blue, like it probably was blue at one time, but it's been like sun bleached or just worn and caked on with mud and stuff, and it's gone kind of like a grey brown colour. It's like a very rough like Hessian material as well. You can see that she is quite pale as well. And she's got like dark black rings or smudges around her mouth and around her eyes as well. And really long fingernails.
Sounds like a...
She looks maybe 8 years old, 9 years old.
It sounds like she could be Parter's daughter.
Maybe she is. Maybe that's the secret.
That's the
Never say never.
Interesting fact about Parter.
Got like a group of kids.
I want to like let her continue tracking them.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, fuck it.
Don't fuck this up. Oh, fuck.
No, wait. I just want to hold your horses. I got a 4. I want to use... Oh, fuck it. I want to use
luck.
lucky.
Okay. Use a luck point.
19.
Nice. Okay. You see that as she's moving through the undergrowth, the rest of your group is like moving through there. They get to a particularly steep hillock. They have to scramble up, so they pause. So she pauses and hides behind a tree. And she places her hand on the tree. And when she does, the bark starts to grow from a nice healthy sort of light brown colour to an ashen grey, and the bark starts to split and crack. She realises then she's touched it, and then quickly takes her hand away, and it stops spreading on it.
Sounds dangerous.
She's like Rogue in X-Men. But
Yeah.
not. We need to get her some
But
blood.
Dreadlock's not a little silver bit down here.
So everybody else, why don't you all roll an investigation check whilst you're looking for food?
Am I allowed to, or have I not gotten perception enough to?
Well, up to you. You tell me.
Do it. Oh no.
But you got to roll with disadvantage, though, Khalil.
Yeah, well,
It was
roll-
a perception or
another 4.
I rolled a 2. Was it? Yeah. Was it investigation?
Investigation, yeah.
17.
17, nice.
Also, Spoopy Milk Penguin played out that Pip's terrain is swamps, but I don't know if we're in a swamp or in a wood.
This part is a forest, but I think, Ellie, you've got several natural terrains that you're akin to. Is it forest? Is that one of them?
No, I have swamp, coast, and Arctic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is the forest terrain, so you don't get advantage here, unfortunately. But with the 17, who got a 17?
I did.
You did. Yeah, you start finding. I guess it's down to your paladin nature and the way that you are attuned with the life force, not only of people but of the world. You find that there is a clump of trees, like bushes, like quite thick. They've got like a dark green, wide leaf to them, and as you brush past them, you get a sense that there's something lucrative beneath the soil. You go back and you start tugging on the root, and as you pull it out, there are these like light brown, like cross between parsnips and carrots underneath. So you get a whole clump of those. You also spot there is a family of deer-like creature as well that are grazing nearby. Same with Pip as well. You notice the same clump of deer as well.
Let's eat the deer.
They might be our gods.
Oh, no, yeah.
The tough one.
Yeah,
should
Mike.
read
Mike just
the again.
had a cave sexy thing. This might be a wood not sexy thing for us.
Okay. Should I approach the deer?
Don't approach it. Use your longbow.
Well, no, it was who had the deer as their.
It's Ellie, wasn't it?
It was Ellie.
Yeah, it was Pip. Yeah, don't kill it.
In Thoughts Up as well, I have.
Thoughts Up's not on.
I haven't turned it on because there's only 5 of us.
And very quietly, just in case you do want to kill the deer.
That's very quiet. I couldn't hear a word
Yeah,
you
what
said.
did you
So
say?
quiet.
You have parsnips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
need more than just parsnips.
we came for food. I have some, but we probably need something.
Have you seen how many people there are in that
No,
town?
I know, but we need something that we can make bigger.
How are we going to make a giant lasagna with just parsnips, Aya?
I don't know what you people eat. He fed me mushrooms on our first.
They were
And,
good.
well,
mushrooms.
Let's just get everybody high.
If I try and approach the deer, they're definitely just going to... If it's not my god, which there's a high chance it's not, they will just run away and we'll have lost all the deer.
Why don't... Who else has got a ranged thing that could kill a deer? Because
Me.
Any spellcasters and
Yeah, I've got
anyone
magic
that
missiles
has
and
a ranged
stuff.
weapon.
Right. I mean, I've got a sling, so I could just... Right, I'll pick up my magic stones. You approach it. If it looks like they're going to run away because they're just normal animals, I'll throw a stone in it, all right?
I think it's probably just an animal. I think we think it's much into it.
But it's worth trying, right?
Let's try it. Let's try it.
Why don't
Okay.
you just do a religion check and see if
Yeah, that's a good point.
you can understand anything about, if there's anything holy about this deer, or if it's
Don't
just...
play
Or
the
we could
game
just throw
properly.
rocks at it. I don't know.
Let's not play it properly. Let's just...
I would like to do a religion check.
Okay, roll for it.
With my -1.
Poopy's made a good shout.
Oh,
Big B hand it.
18.
With an 18, you know that your deity, which is
your deity.
Deity, yeah.
Dear.
Oh, deity. Tremere is the goddess of sun and summer. And her totem is the deer. So automatically you feel that you could probably approach these creatures and they would not run away from you. You don't think that this is an embodiment of your goddess, but being the adherent of Tremere, you think that you have a natural kinship with deer and that they would run away from anybody that encroaches in their general vicinity, but you are blessed by Tremere's grace. And so if you wanted to, you could approach these deer and they would not run away.
In that case, you absolutely cannot kill these deer. They are my brothers.
We all throw rocks.
If you throw a rock at them, I'll have no choice but to kill you.
That seems rational. If we're not going to kill an animal, we should find like something like a massive pumpkin or something like big enough that when we make it bigger, it's gonna be
really big.
It all comes back to pumpkins. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So deer off the table, and pigs and boar are off the table. Okay, so carry on searching.
What about do we?
I'll say, like, Mike, do another perception check for him, please. 14. Yeah, you see that when the group start moving off after they've stopped. Excuse me, sorry, hiccuped. After they stop for a little while.
Sick.
I also, can I just say that we have so much trouble killing animals in this segment in order to save a society, and yet we kill people so easily every episode.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Replying to in-game messages, but it's all in-game. But something that I can't. Yeah. Okay. Right. Cool. Yes. So with a 14, you see the group has paused. They've discussed something and they've moved off. The child then moves on after them as well.
Can I ask you a question about minor illusion?
Yeah.
Can I, if I cast that, can it be in the form of a piece of paper with a message on it?
Yes, as long as it stays in one place, doesn't make a sound, and can be contained within a 5 foot by 5 foot cube, then yes.
Can I cast it in front of one of my party members?
It does have a range to it. I don't know what the range is offhand. I think maybe 30 or 60 feet.
30.
30.
I think.
Yeah, 30.
Yes, you'd have to get within 30 feet. Currently, like, you're up a tree and behind them, so you are, like, out of range, but you can hurry forward if you want to. They're not moving particularly fast. Neither is the little girl that is tracking them. So all you have to do is roll a stealth check to get in front of them without being seen. And then I'd say, yeah, you can. Would you like to do that?
Yes, I'm just trying to look for if expeditious retreat is a bonus action. If that helps.
No, you don't need to go like super fast in this instance. No, like I said, they're foraging, so they're not walking like 30 feet like marching. They're like looking around for food and stuff, so they're walking quite slowly, so you could quite easily catch up to them. You just have to do a stealth check.
Oh no! Where is my stealth?
Nice.
22.
I think that's what you got last time. Cool. Okay, yeah. You manage to stealth through the trees, and you climb down a little bit, and you get within 30 feet of the rest of the party. You can cast the minor illusion. Who do you want to do it in front of?
Pip, only because Pip is the most logical.
Yeah, sure. Pip, in front of you, like, materializes on the floor a piece of parchment, and then like letters and words start forming on the parchment. What does it say, Mike?
The message says, don't say this too loud, but there is a young girl following you. Don't let her touch you, but stay safe and be friendly towards her. Love, Mike.
Love, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An effective communication tool.
P.S. If only Thoughts app was on.
Right.
P.S. Hello, I'm an illusion.
Okay, I take that on board, and I subtly try and look around for this small child.
Okay, roll a perception check.
$18.
You don't see anyone following you.
Okay, then I take the note. And did you only showed it to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you reach down and take the note, and then the note disappears.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. I look at Mike. You're near me, right?
You can't see Mike.
No, you can't see me. I'm in aperture. I'm not free.
In that case, I'm just like, okay, this could be a trap, or it could not be. So
But love Mike.
Yeah, but anyone could love Mike.
Yeah,
hey.
I'm an illusion.
Why did I send it to Pip?
No, to be fair, you did put PS I'm an illusion, which as we know is our secret code. Yeah. So I keep an eye out for a small child, and I make sure that no one touches me.
Okay.
And I try and if I walk past any of the others, try and subtly let them know.
You can walk past any of them. So, but I want you to phrase how you subtly let them know.
Okay. In that case, I'll walk past Aya first. And I say, hey, Aya, remember the other day when we were reading a book about people exploring in the woods?
I
roll an insight check. Yeah.
Okay, but like internally, I'm paranoid that this is me.
I can't read.
Not knowing the like maybe I've misunderstood what a book is.
Uh-oh.
Love Pip.
What was that, Roland?
Insight.
Insight. Right, just 11 then.
11. You don't remember reading a book, but you feel Pip is trying to tell you something, but you don't know what.
Okay. Sure, I know books.
I'm saying this really quietly, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Remember when there was that other person in the woods who was not trying to hurt them, but was just following them? It's a good thing they didn't let themselves accidentally get touched by that person, right? That was a good book, remember?
Like in my head, I'm like trying to think of, and all I can think of is the little man with the braces.
What is complexity?
We would have hated if he touched us, right?
Yeah, because we didn't like him, and he was weird, and he was whistling, and that was annoying.
Yeah, that's a good thing to remember, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, and I won't make you go through the role play of the other two. As fun as that is. Actually, we're doing okay for time. Okay, yeah, you go through and roleplay the other two.
Okay, I'm going to have to change my tactic with the others because they're not going to pick up on that at all, are they? Okay, but I'll go to party next. And I say, hey, Partha, remember that time before we were on this adventure? Remember when we were in Blackmire and we used to sometimes go out rowing on my boat?
Roll an insight check, Partha.
2 seconds. +5. This could be good. Please be good.
Don't jinx it.
15.
15. Yeah, you feel like she is surreptitiously trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good job that when we were doing that and we met that person, it's a good job that we didn't let them touch us, isn't it? Because that wouldn't have ended very goodly.
Yeah.
It's never good if somebody strange touches you. No.
Yeah, you get what Pip's laying down.
No.
You should remember that.
Do you think there's a chance that might happen again? Because that was a close call last time.
I mean, you never know when someone's going to try and touch you.
Touch yourself.
Horrifying, isn't it?
Thank you, Spoopy Milk Logan, for a very apt 25 bits of touch yourself. Perfectly timed.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we talking like, did we get within 5 feet of them last time? I can't quite remember.
Oh, I don't know, but do you know who would remember?
Who?
Mike probably would remember because she was the one that told us not to remember.
I was wondering about that.
Mm.
I'm with you. Right. Yeah, I'm with you.
Great.
What do we do?
So, you can go on to Chad now.
With Chad.
You feel like Part has like got what you're trying to lay down.
I've been completely oblivious to everything that's been happening.
Of course.
That works perfectly.
Yeah.
This will be a treat.
Yeah, no, genuinely, I rolled a 4 and assumed that my perception was not happening throughout all of this. So I'm still stomping around looking for pumpkins.
Absolutely. And then Pip kind of slides up next to you.
And I say, hey, Chad, remember how you always keep saying, like, touch yourself?
I do say that a lot, yeah.
Yeah. Just remember that sometimes when you're out in the woods on your own, you should only touch yourself. No one else should touch you.
Touch yourself.
Thank you again, Spoopy Milk Penguin, for another appropriately timed touch yourself sound.
Amazing how often it's relevant.
Indeed, yeah. It comes up far too often, really, in my opinion. But Khalil, can you roll an insight check with disadvantage for me, please?
Naturally. Well, good thing I got a natural 20 on my second roll. So with insight, I've gotten a 8.
8. Yeah. You think that Pip's really sort of like coming down hard on self-love.
I think Pip likes me.
She's like, maybe you should just practice some chastity for the time being.
I don't
That's the
believe
impression
her.
that you're getting from her.
I don't. Well, I believe her, but not really knowing what's happening, I'm gonna touch her face.
No.
Okay. Roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please. With a plus. What's your plus, Aya?
My plus.
Yeah.
Or
For people
which one?
within your aura of protection.
Oh, sorry, +5. I think.
+5. All right. So roll your Constitution saving throw with your with the +5.
Thank
now
you
I roll good.
I forget that every single time. Thank you.
Okay. You just grab Pip's face with one hand.
And I'm not asleep?
Nope.
Something's wrong.
See, that could have ended quite badly, and it didn't, which is a good thing. But just remember that if random people touch
you telling me this?
Don't let yourself be touched.
So I touched Pip's face.
Yeah.
And am I hearing Pip's voice just in my head?
No. Pip's talking to you.
I'm just saying this.
Yeah. Pip is saying it to your face.
While I'm holding her face.
Yeah, while you're holding her face, like you kind of like semi-scrunched her mouth up. So
yeah,
like,
something's wrong.
Talking like this.
Something's very wrong. I don't like this.
You know what? I tried. Just maybe if it comes up in the future that someone just happens to be around here, Just remember what I said.
This isn't Pip.
You should give him that book that we were reading the other day. Hit him on it.
No, this is Pip. I'm not an illusion.
I don't know how I don't know what to believe.
I would like you to roll a 1d2 for me, please.
Me?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll a 1d2. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep.
I got a 2.
All right. I need you to do another 1d2.
I got a 1.
Okay, that's better. You feel berated and made to feel inferior.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Off with the head.
Based off of Pip talking at me in my direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to do this anymore. You guys can find your own pumpkins. Like your pumpkins. I don't want to play.
And
Okay,
Chad,
you can leave. That's fine.
Chad kind of just brutally walks off into the forest and folds his arms and just looks at a rock.
Okay, but as he's leaving, I shout, "Okay, but remember, only touch yourself."
Right.
Don't shout that.
You don't feel that that's good advice, Chad.
I feel like you're talking down to me. I can touch myself whenever I want.
I love this.
Only touch yourself.
So Chad's affliction is blatantly going to be about the immaturity side of things.
Well, you know what? Maybe you're immature, Potter.
You do it too well.
Touch yourself.
Thank you, Spoopy Milkwoman, for another 25 bits and telling Chad to touch himself.
This isn't even aggression, but it's the most angry I've ever seen Keld in the years that we've known.
I'd like to dig a hole that I can sit in.
All right. Roll an athletics check.
Well, now
with disadvantage.
Good.
If he's truly wandering off on his own, can I send Kengar to follow him?
Sure.
To make sure
I'm still rolling bad. I didn't even dig myself a hole. I rolled an 11.
Yeah, it's like clay, like.
This is the worst hole I've ever sat in.
Yeah, you just like scoop out maybe like half a foot, and you just sit in this little bowl that you've cut for yourself. You just sit cross-legged, arms folded, and there's a giant bird that's just pouring smoke on top of you, like sitting on a tree, sitting on a branch of the tree above you, and you're just clouded with this smoke.
I should have just stayed with Sebastian. Or Gnapnar. Both of them. They would have appreciated me more.
Isn't Sebastian strapped to your chest?
No, you left him as an emissary back.
He's an ambassador.
Yeah.
He's an ambassador.
Sebastian. It made more sense in my head.
Ambassador.
Sorry, I was trying to do a Sebastian emissary.
Yeah, I thought it made sense. It does.
No. Anyway, meanwhile, three of you, not Khalil, not Mike, can roll another investigation check for me, please.
Right.
You glitched out while you were saying that. Did you say everyone but Mike or just Mike?
Everyone but Mike and Chad.
What, Mike?
15.
But Mike.
13.
Lol.
But Mike.
13.
But
okay.
Mike.
But Mike.
What, Mike?
But Mike.
But
6.
Mike. 6. So we've got a 13, a 13, and a 6.
Oh, mine was 15.
Oh, 15, 13. Okay, right. So in that case, Aya, I would like you to roll a 1d10 for me, please.
1d10?
Yeah. A
4.
4. Lovely stuff. You find a nest. A nest of... Oh, I should have done 4 to 4. Hold on 1 second.
This is going to be eggs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you do roll a 1d3 for me, please?
What if one of these eggs is a little bit sloshy and has a little...
No, no, we don't. When we keep it forever, we never eat it.
So yeah, you find this craggy outcropping, and it's got a cave system to it. And when you look down, you realise that this is a place that a giant subterranean lizard may live.
Chad has stormed off in the other direction.
I'm not a subterranean lizard. I'm an overterranean lizard.
It's like you don't even know anything about him.
That's not a fun fact.
It's interesting.
Do I find any lizard bits?
You find lizard tracks that lead into the hole.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna.
There could be eggs down here, giant subterranean lizard eggs.
Could be eggs. There could be subterranean/bird eggs. There could be all kinds of things. Who knows what people get up to?
Who knows what kind of hybrid, malformed, shouldn't even be allowed to live eggs there down here.
Hey, personal. I'm gonna alert the rest of whoever's left.
Egg alert.
Yeah, I'm gonna egg alert. And
That's our highest level alert.
Yeah.
Alert.
Egg level emergency. Before following the tracks.
Okay.
In hunt of eggs.
Why don't you roll a nature check? Or survival. Either one's fine.
Whichever one is better.
Well, that's good because my nature is -2 and my survival is +4.
So nature, right?
I still got an 8.
Yep. A giant subterranean lizard definitely lives here.
Huh.
And it has been used relatively recently.
But no sign of no eggs.
Not sign of no eggs.
Okay. Visit to a cave. Is there even any like dodgy looking mushrooms growing?
With an 8, you're not really. Well, no, not really. There's no dodgy looking mushrooms on there.
Then I give up on my subterranean cave. But I'm going to tell Par and especially Pip because they might have better luck than I do because they're more naturous and more rangerous.
Okay. That means both Parta and Pip, you can roll nature or survival checks.
I am going to roll survival. Survival? We're going to do that? Yeah. 20.
I got a 26.
Nice. So
Wow.
both of you...
We high five.
Yeah. Parta falls asleep. Actually, yeah, Parta, do a roll a constitution saving throw for me. Said it's a fun bit, but actually, yeah, we do need to make sure that we keep track of this.
So inconvenient.
Oh,
yeah, Parta does fall asleep. He just goes, pum, and just kind of slides down the embankment.
Excellent.
I just sigh.
So Pip,
This has happened more times.
you're 26. You realise that very recently this giant subterranean lizard has left. There's tracks in the mud. So it's left its underground cave defenceless currently.
It feels like a trap.
And it feels like within the last hour that this lizard has evacuated.
Within the last hour, or like could have been like 2 minutes ago.
It could have been 2 minutes ago, yeah.
2 minutes in game,
I
an
feel
hour
like-
ago in real life. Our life.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I feel like we should try and not anger a giant subterranean lizard. Is that clever?
We should go in.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a boss
If
battle
only
that
Chad
Tim's
was
leading
there.
us to, and we should do it.
If the worst comes to worst, if we can't steal its eggs, we can just eat it instead.
Yeah, true. Okay,
Yeah.
in that case, I pick up an egg.
We can't see anything yet.
I kick-
You're just on the outside of it.
Oh,
There's no eggs.
I pick up a bird egg.
Yeah.
But do you
In
go
that
in?
case-
Did you go into the cave?
I peek my head into the cave.
So when you peek your head into the cave, yeah, it does open out into like a little nest area, and you see 6 giant subterranean lizard eggs in here.
I pick up an egg.
The egg's about the same size as you, but you are quite strong, so you kind of like waddle out with this, balancing this egg on your chest as you like come out of the cave. And tell everyone there's like 6 more inside, 5 more inside.
I say, we're making omelets for dinner.
Okay.
And then I kick past her.
Hang on. You tell everybody. By everybody, you mean Aya,
Aya.
because I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Mike's up the tree.
And
Khalil's stood up.
Yeah. Aya, it's
I'm
omelets.
just so proud
They can
that
make
I found
pancakes.
giant eggs.
I'm proud.
So yeah, Aya, if you want to, you can start collecting those eggs from the nest as well.
I'll start egg lifting.
I've also kicked Parter to try and wake him up.
Parter, roll another Constitution saving throw.
9.
9, yeah, he's asleep.
Oh.
Kick him, he just like spins 180 and goes a little bit further down the hill. On his back.
Hurting me.
Meanwhile, Khalil, can you roll a perception check for me, please, with disadvantage?
Have to.
It's like dealing with an upstart teen.
It's unbelievable how poorly I've rolled on that. I got a 5.
5. Mike, roll a perception check for me, please.
Oh no.
Spoopy's just put 5 emoji icons of salt.
Yes, I saw that. Salt.
Salty.
Okay. Well, neither of you see this, but Chad, you do hear this. You just hear this voice of, like a cracked voice of a little girl going, "Don't be sad."
What?
That's so.
You don't know my struggles.
No, don't be sad.
I'm Chad.
I'm Mildred.
What do you have to be sad about, Mildred?
I'm an orphan.
Don't laugh. That's not nice.
Me too. I don't actually know if I am.
Guess. Same. Like flashbacks to a really loving home that you've got back in Osna. Then we have something in common. People don't like me either. When I try and get close to people, they shun me too.
Do you have a bunch of friends that left you out of their mental conversation that you could have cast but you didn't, and then they had a whole conversation while you were too busy stepping on flowers?
She peeks around like the tree that you're sitting behind.
Oh, she's actually there.
Yeah. And you see this little girl, again, like quite pale, like black, completely black eyes, like even the sclera of their eyes are black. She's got like the black around her lips and around her eyes. This really like scraggly hair with like leaves and twigs and disheveled, and it's like partly dreaded. And she goes, "Nobody plays with me."
Nobody plays with me either. I'm not even allowed to touch myself without somebody biting on my butt.
I said only touch yourself.
I can't even touch myself.
I'm not allowed to touch anyone or anything.
Do you want to help me find some food?
I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah, me too. And I'm just stuck in this hole that I dug, and it's not even a very good hole. It's just sort of a mound, which is the opposite of a hole.
Touch yourself.
Thank you, Annie Squirrel, for the touch yourself 25 bits.
Touch yourself.
And she nods vigorously.
Let's go find some food and shove it in all of their faces.
Okay.
Who shunned you?
Everyone from Keld.
Do you know Gnapnar?
She nods.
Do you know the Pooch Pals?
She nods.
And they shunned you.
She nods.
My whole life is a lie. Everything is going topsy-turvy with you, Mildred.
That happens a lot to people around me. I'm sorry. I feel bad.
Mildred needs to accept this is her problem.
Wait, what?
When I touch people, bad things happen.
Well, when my axe cuts people, bad things happen.
She nods, like looks at it, and then your eye looks at her.
And they don't communicate at all?
Other than like looking at each other.
Can I do like a quick, just to make sure that I'm not about to be possessed or demonized? Can I do well, yeah, more than I normally am. Can I do a quick, what would it be? Religion? I don't know. History? Some deception check? I don't know. Something to make sure that I'm not getting lured into the bellies of the swamp.
Oh, right. Insight check.
Insight check. Well,
with disadvantage, yeah.
Fucking disadvantage. So I got an 8.
Everything seems pretty kosher.
Yeah, she seems right up. She understands my struggles.
Yeah. You feel there's some kind of kinship between you and Mildred.
Yeah, Mildred, what have you been living off of? Is there something that you can help me bring back to the town of Keld? And maybe if you come back with me with a big bunch of food, everybody will love you like they'll love me.
She smiles, and then she's got these like black and yellow teeth when she smiles.
She seems like she's hungry.
And she puts her hand on the floor next to your hole, and out
my mound.
Yeah, your mound, your divot,
okay,
your bowl,
okay, cool.
if you will, and outgrows these black barked saplings, and then they grow these bulbous, like brown and beige, like fleshy fruits.
Are they tasty?
She nods.
You try one first.
I can't.
Why could I then?
She looks at you and then looks at the fruit, and then she grabs the fruit, and then it just starts decaying in her hand.
Can I grab the fruit then?
Yep, and you can pluck it, and it's like a big fleshy peach.
I'm gonna try to feed her.
She's blatantly being cursed. I feel sorry for her.
Okay, yeah. And she starts like gnawing at the fruit, but like it doesn't spread as quickly as it does when she grabs it. But it starts like rotting around her face, but she manages to like eat some of it.
We should take her back and get her to shake Sebastian's hand.
We should throw her at Knowles.
She's a friend. We have to be.
Yeah, she is. No, she is a friend. But I want to feed her first, and she can't eat the peaches that she just grew out of my mound hole.
Well, it's an inverse mound.
Oh, that's the worst kind of mound.
We could try cracking eggs directly into her mouth.
Yeah, good day.
What?
Find creative ways to feed her.
That was a big step up. All right, yeah. Is anybody around me?
No, you purposely left them all.
Yeah, that'll show you. Well, maybe my
Boopy suggesting feed her like a baby bird.
Yeah, maybe I can spit food into your mouth.
She shrugs and nods.
Oh no.
Well, I'll try.
Okay. You ingest a fleshy peach. And
well, I don't ingest it, I just chew on it.
Sorry, you wanted to do the whole regurgitation thing.
Sorry, I didn't quite get the full grasp of the mental fan you just dictated to me. Sorry.
So you didn't want to go full bird where they ingest it and then
not
regurgitate.
Full bird.
Okay,
she might not like that.
Chew
I
it.
just met her.
Yeah, you just want to spit in her face.
All of my stomach.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so you just like like the chewed up food into her mouth, and she happily eats it.
My little baby bird.
Yeah, the stuff the stuff that's around her mouth starts turning black and decayed and stuff.
But it's in her.
Yeah, but she seems to eat. But she seems to eat what you give to her.
What are you putting in her mouth?
I found a friend.
I'm not okay with this.
Nope.
Child demon.
My advice to you was to not touch anyone.
I didn't touch myself.
I didn't mean throw up in their mouths.
I didn't say that though, and he's not touching her, so there we go.
I did the exact opposite of touching myself, which was not touching the inside of me into somebody else.
Okay.
Well, I rolled a 3. I don't know.
So basically, you feed her like a mother bird to a baby bird, is what's happening.
Yeah.
And she seems like that's she's got an issue where she can't feed herself. Even putting her mouth on the food is difficult. But you've come to a solution where she can ingest food.
She needs to use knife and fork is what she needs to do. Stop using her hands.
Maybe, yeah, but she
I don't know if
seem
she's
to
going to
be-
help us at all, but at least we found her.
But you never know what happens when she touches metal.
True.
Yeah.
Or
Why
wood,
would
or
I-
wood,
No,
or
I
ceramic.
don't think.
Or anything else?
No.
Despite our efforts to just always write off NPCs, I don't think Tim's put any character in this world that isn't important in some way.
Interesting fact.
Oh yeah, what's an interesting fact?
He eats vomit.
Yeah, I think she's pretty interesting as a
Interesting
ghost.
fact.
Haunted Victorian ghost child that haunts the forest and kills everything she touches. And now is being fed by a giant lizard, like a bird.
But there's also another giant lizard. I'm just a small lizard in a giant lizard pond.
You're just still growing. You're still growing.
She's a growing ghoul.
Also, Cleo, Baptist Spoon says, I love Chad. Sorry, I know it's wrong, but I do.
No, it's wrong.
I feel the exact
Really
same way.
You're just a skater lizard.
Yeah, I'm a scumbag. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, so as you're doing this, she looks nervously at you and then skitters away behind a tree. You look confused for a second until the rest of your group come back, holding armfuls of eggs.
I go, Chad, I found a giant egg.
What are you doing?
I recognize that egg. That's an egg that I've seen.
I recognise the egg. It's a leg.
My.
Sorry. Do you know this egg?
I've seen these eggs before. I was raised around these eggs. I was one of these eggs. You're not going to eat these eggs, are you?
We can't eat the eggs either.
You're going to eat a bunch of chads?
We can make them into omelets.
There's no
Brad and Tad and the other one.
Brad.
Yeah, Brad and Tad and
Brad, Tad, Lad,
all of my brothers. Don't eat them.
Just
Shad.
to be clear, is there a creature in this entire world that one of us does not have an emotional attachment to?
Yeah, the gnolls that we're trying to decapitate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? And Arid that Mike wooed and then dined on.
Leave him alone. He's already gone, okay? Stop bringing him up.
But maybe we can bring him back.
Maybe.
Maybe he's in this egg.
We have to raise the eggs now, so we've actually gained more mouths to feed.
Ruh-roh.
So,
We also have a Victorian orphan that we have to raise.
so you went out hunting for food and gained what is 7 additional mouths to feed.
Yeah.
But you do have yams
Yep.
/ parsnips / carrots. And so with that revelation, I think we'll end the episode there. We'll pick up what happens with Chad eggs and the little Victorian killer child. Next episode, on episode 16 of Crit the Bed. So I'd like to thank my players, Khalil, Alice, Ellie, Josh and Annie. If you'd like to plug your social media, now could possibly be the best time to do so.
At Hunters and Chatterers.
Nice. Appropriate.
I'm
Yes.
at ALUCYE.
And Ellie?
I'm at Hellybav.
And Josh, where can they find you?
At _Josh Den.
And Annie, where can people find you?
At Annie_Squirrel. And Tim, where can people find you?
People can find me at Lord Snapcase, and they can find us at Crit the Bed, wherever there is social media, except Vero, because I'm not allowed.
Vero is 0.
Yeah, Vero to 0. We don't know if we'll be streaming this Sunday. We'll definitely be streaming next Tuesday. But we may have an announcement next Tuesday. So very much keep watching this channel next Tuesday for us to announce something special going forward. Yeah, what could it be?
I'm excited. I don't fucking know. What are we doing?
I don't know.
You're not included because you're a child.
Well, I don't even fucking care. I don't. It's bullshit.
I told you.
Dig yourself a
just
bowl
didn't
and sit in. Cool. I'd also like to thank everybody that's been participating in chat. Thank you very much for all the bits and the appropriate sound bites that we've heard so far, including our own cast members. So I'm going to shout out Badgers and Spoons, Jack Taylor, Sweeping Milk Penguin, Commander Root, Grand Fatman, Rizdorin 1, Snape RL, and Sound Alerts. But don't shout out Sound Alerts because that's the bot that I use so that people can hear the things when you buy the bits. Yes.
Love you, Sound Alerts.
And hello to everybody on YouTube as well for watching the bots.
Feed you like a baby bird.
Indeed.
Yeah, special thank you to Dan Teagle and Nightcap commenting on last week's episode.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks very much, you guys. Right, and with that, we'll see you next week. Take care, everyone, and we love you. Goodbye.
Bye.